It's interesting that miracles come up over and over again, even in a highly skeptical culture like America. People are more ready to believe in angels and miracles than they are to believe in Jesus, which is a little weird, but interesting to say the least. The New Testament has two words for miracles, dunamis, from which we probably get the word dynamite. It means a mighty work, would be a proper translation. And the other is semeion, which means signs. In the Gospel of John, they're called signs. In the Synoptics, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they're called mighty works. Either way you cut it, it's dramatic work of God that didn't happen by natural processes, okay? However you do it. Now, one of the things I would caution you about is, if you go to Webster's and look at the old definition of miracle, it's an event that happens that contravenes the known laws of nature. That's a really bad definition because, what sense does it make that God would contravene the laws of nature that he set up? That doesn't make any sense. Now, I would say a miracle is something that goes beyond natural causation and what natural causation can normally do. Are they happening today? Absolutely they are. In one sense, I'm tempted to say to you, you just need to know where to look. But if you're a student of church history, one thing you notice after 2,000 plus years of church history is this, that whenever God is doing a new work in a new place with a new people, that activity tends to be punctuated with miracles. Whereas in places where Christianity is long established, you see far less miracles. Now, I don't know entirely why that is, but if you're a student of church history, that is the pattern. When the gospel breaks into a new cultural setting or a new language group or a new place, it's often punctuated by dramatic miracles. And the other thing to be said is that miracles happen where they're needed. It's not an accident, I don't think, that many of the most dramatic miracles that are happening today are happening on the mission field in poverty-stricken places in Africa or South America or various places like that. Places where they don't have good doctors, they don't have good hospitals. Now God knows this, and he loves those people just as much as he loves us, right? So I'm not surprised that if you want to see a bunch of miracles, you probably don't need to go to downtown Lexington, right? We've only got 23 hospitals in downtown Lexington, and they're all busy, right? But in places like Darfur or Addis Ababa or elsewhere in the deserts of Africa where there's like one doctor per 10,000 miles, why should we be surprised if a gracious God provides some miracles for those folks? So yes, miracles certainly still happen. They still happen in North America, though it looks like it's less frequent than in places like I've just mentioned. What I would say especially about this is the Holy Spirit is not a court low in the 21st century. It's the Holy Spirit who performs these dramatic, mighty works of God, and he's still got the unction to function, okay? So have your eyes open, but don't let your brains fall out. Critically evaluate claims about miracles, but at the end of the day, miracles do still happen, and God still responds to those who cry, Lord, help me.